Good morning, or good afternoon. Hi, I'm Rick Dancer. This is Get Real with Rick Dancer. And I thought I might get your attention if I asked you if we could have a quickie. You can't do that on TV. So it's lunchtime, and hey Joyce, how are you? I've been working really hard all morning. Hey Matthew, coming up with fun stuff for you for the month of August. And let me tell you how hard I work for you guys. It's not easy keeping you entertained. You people are tough. You're a hard crowd. I got to work my ass off just to find things to make you guys happy and make you interested. Bill, if you know of any tattoo things going on in August, I'd love to catch up with you. Something real. Missed you since leaving Oregon, but I'll be back. Hey, Brian Coe. Where are you? Lindsay. So, yeah, you guys, seriously, we got so much fun stuff planned for this month. I've got like 16 to 20 clients that are regulars now. And so part of what I have to do is keep them all entertained and doing fun things. And so I didn't realize how hard this was going to be, but I do enjoy it. So, because I'm coming up with some weird things. You want to know some of the things we're going to do? Phoenix, New York, and yes, it's a real place. Phoenix, New York. I never heard of it. Hi, David Garcia. So, yeah, I'll give you some teasers of what's going on. Not yet in August, but I'm getting married at the Portland Tattoo Expo. I saw that, Bill. Congratulations. That's awesome. Lack of sleep is going to make me more of a smartass today. Well, join the club, Lindsay. You can be as smartass as you want. I welcome people with their smartass attitude. So I just got off the phone with a lady in town, a woman, who teaches stand-up paddleboard yoga. And I called one of my clients and said, guess where you're going? So we're going to go out, and later this month we're going to go do stand-up paddleboard yoga live for you on Get Real with Rick Dancer. That should be entertaining. Tomorrow night we are going to be in Coburg. They're starting a once a month music in the park in Coburg on Thursday nights. And so tomorrow night we're going to be live there. I know we normally do these shows at noon, but heck, we're expanding. We're trying some new things. So we're going to go there tomorrow night about 20 till 6, and we're going to do the show so it'll just cut into the music, the live musicians, and kind of give you a taste of what's going on. We talk to everything Coburg. We will be talking about all kinds of folks and all kinds of stuff. So that's going to be super fun. Then on Saturday, we're going to be in Coburg again with Summit Funding, one of our clients, and Dave Kammerer from Summit Funding actually collects old cars, and Coburg is having its 26th, I think, annual car show at the park there. So we're going to be live there at 10:30 on Saturday, a new thing we have never done before. So we're going to do that because we're going to be at the event. So we'll show you the event, and then you can come out there. So Dave and I are going to cruise there in this car that, I mean, it's got an engine that's 440 some odd horsepower. I'm a real car guy. And it's kind of a weird looking car, but it's like there's only like 100 of them left or something, you know? So we're going to cruise in and try to upscale everybody with our car show. Later this month, we're going to go to the Science Factory with Leona Houston, and we're going to give you all kinds of cool information right before the eclipse happens on the 21st. I'm taking some people to court, and they scheduled my date for the 21st, so I had to go back to court and say, can you please change this for me? Scandinavian Festival, we're going to the Scandi Festival with, who am I going with that? Erin Swan, Easy Credit Consulting. She's a new client. We're going to go out there with her. Did Summit help you refinance your house, Janet? I hope they did a good job, because Dave is a really good guy, and I think they do good work. That's why we have him on the show. He's a new sponsor. So yeah, we will be at the Scandi Festival on the 10th. And then I can't tell you what we're doing. Hey, Jason, I can't tell you what we're doing for the eclipse, or I'd have to kill you. And I don't want to kill you guys because you're my friends, but I would have to. I have people, you know. I mean, I have people that can do dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. So if I told you what we're doing, but I can tell you this. What can I tell him? Matt, we're going up there. So okay. You guys make me, I didn't get it. Matt, who's on here right now, my photographer, my friend / photographer, and the drone photographer with McKinsey Drone Photography. So we got permission from a government agency, and we're gonna go spend the night on Sunday before on top of this mountain and try to do, yeah, you will not be disappointed. I think we can get a live out of there. It's a place that nobody else is probably going to want to go because it's really far away in a car, but we should be right at the base of the path. For the next morning when we wake up, I'll do a live up there if we can get a signal, because there's going to be so many people trying to do the same thing, but they don't do it like we do. But we're going to also shoot a story up there about this place where we're staying. It's in a little building that sits on top of a mountain called a fire lookout. And so Matt and I are going to go up there and hang out, and then we're going to bring you some live shows if we can get them to happen. And I think we can. I'm pretty sure I can get a signal up there on my Verizon. So that's going to happen on the eclipse. Hold on, I'm going to check our schedule. What else do we got going on? Oh, we're going to be visiting Bring Recycling this month with Century Lighting. They're awesome people. Oh, and then we have the series here at Fifth Street Public Market. And then I'm planning all the other ones. I've got other things scheduled in here that we're working on. But those are the things that I've got nailed down for sure. So it's going to be really super fun. A good month. If you know somebody who wants to be a sponsor, let them know. I mean, we'd love to bring more people on. I guess there's 31 days in a month, so I could take on 31 people. Plus, we could double up on stuff too, because we like to build community at the same time. So, this is my lunch. I mean, you're interrupting my lunch hour, okay? I'm just telling you. I'm getting a haircut today. I'm gonna get this cut back. I'm sure that's really important news that you needed to know. We did a live remote from Coburg this morning. It was just a test, so we could see what was going on down there. So, because we're gonna be there tomorrow night. So you guys have to follow along. I'm also waiting for word from That Oregon Life. I might be up in Portland tomorrow morning, and then again on Friday night, doing some lives on That Oregon Life for them. Norton's Hop Farm, CV Loop Road. What is that? Do you have a hop farm? Tina, please get a hold of me. No, I mean, I have clients that would love to go to your hop farm, and then we can promote what you're doing. My number is 541-232-3143. 541-232-3143. Get a hold of me. Who do you use as a barber? My barber is the Sicilian Barber. That's who he is. Hi, Gretchen Doobie. So he's a Sicilian barber. His name is Francesco Michelli, and his information's on my Facebook page, so you can find it on there. Yeah, we would love to do the hop place, Tina. If that's your hop farm, I would love to come up there and do that. So anyway, there's lots of stuff going on this month, coming up in August, and if you need to get a hold of me, if you have a business, like Tina just said, excuse me, we would love to find out more about what you're doing and join you up with somebody. So anyway, paddleboard yoga is coming up later this month. That's going to be super fun, and I think people will really get a kick out of that. You're welcome, David. Just tell him I sent you, okay? He's a good guy. The other thing I was going to run by you guys, so we've had our fun, we've had our talk. I read this little book in the morning to kind of get my head straight, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But it had a really interesting point today. So let me tell you a real quick story first. The other day, I was at Willamette Lane allows homeless people for 50 cents to shower there at the swimming pool with us. And I think it's a wonderful thing. I wish more places would do stuff like that. So they allowed them to come in and just shower. And we're standing there Oh, Katie Hallert just joined us from the Hallert team. She's our realtor of the Get Real family. And she and I, we're going to be going with Ben, her husband, to a food cart. Katie, you need to figure out which food cart you want to go to. Don't pick Buck Buck, because the Pearl Day Spa already picked Buck Buck. So we're going to try to get into Buck Buck. So you give me a name and I'll make it work for you. We'll figure it out. So I'm in the bathroom, in the locker room at the Lamelaine Park. And this young man walks in, and he's kind of ashamed, has his head down, he's not looking up. And so finally he looks over and he sees me and he gets this little smile on his face. And he says, "Hey, you're Rick Dancer." And I said, "I am." And well, Katie, honestly, I'm sorry. You can come to Buck Buck with us. we'll do a trio. But anyway, so the kid says to me, "You're Rick Dancer?" I said, "Yeah, I am." And he says, "You guys are talking and I'm trying to start this conversation. Tina, 541-232-3143. So anyway, young man, homeless, comes into the shower. We're standing there with just towels on. He recognizes my face. And I said, "What's your name?" And he gets this big smile on his face and he says, "My name, and I'll just use Dave." And I said, "What do you do?" He says, "I'm a laborer." I said, "Are you working right now?" He goes, "Yeah, kinda." And so I said, "Well, gosh, it was really nice to meet you." And he smiles and he goes, "Yeah, you too." And then he walks into the shower and I walk out. And the next day, I'm walking out of the pool, and here comes David. And he has his head down again, and he looks over and I go, "Hey, David." And he looks up and I go, "How you doing?" He goes, "Rick, I'm really good, thanks." And it was awesome just to watch acknowledging someone, their name. Acknowledging who people are is so dang important in the world. Because I think there's so many people that feel invisible and that nobody's watching and nobody's paying attention. And for you just to pay attention is just a really key thing to each other. You know what I mean? Because we can change lives that way. So later I'm on the bike path, and there's a guy who I see all the time. He's a Vietnam veteran. He has a Vietnam veteran hat on. And he has a flag on his wheelchair, and he's always cruising along the bike path. And so today I decided, okay, I'm gonna talk to you. And so I just said, "Hey, are you a Vietnam veteran?" And he gets a big smile on his face. He goes, "Yeah, I am. Thanks, Rick." And I said, "Thank you for your service." And he goes, "Well, thanks for saying something." And it was kind of funny because I walked away and I went, you know what? I really need to take those opportunities and those chances, and not be too busy, not be too afraid, not be afraid to look at people and acknowledge them, because I think that's where you can make changes in people's lives that you're not trying to. You're not trying to be a martyr or a good Samaritan, but just by acknowledging who people are and that they do exist, I think you can change people's day. I think you can make things better for all of us. And I don't know what, I'm not thinking I'm so great I help these people. I mean, that's just bullshit. I don't think that. But they help me see something different too. And then I'm part of a community of people. And it matters. I mean, it really matters what we do. So this morning I pick up this book and I'm reading it. This all kind of ties in. And it's talking about that sometimes there's things in our lives that are mountains. Things that we just can't seem to get past. Things that just stand in the way. And you feel like, if only I could get rid of that mountain. If only that weren't in my life anymore. Just think what I could do. And in this little article it's saying, what if that mountain is there to protect you? I mean, you think about that. So what if the things in our lives that we're trying to get rid of or unload, or if only I wasn't like this, or if only this didn't happen, if only I wasn't on the autism spectrum, if only I wasn't this, if only people would understand me, what if those little mountains in our world that are in our life and stuff, what if those are specifically placed there to protect us, to make us who we are, to keep us from doing something else, to keep us in the place that we're supposed to be in. You know what I mean? I mean, I think I think we waste a lot of time in our life. And I don't want you to get the wrong idea, okay? but trying to change. This is who I am, and you know, I'm probably not going to change. And there's people that just aren't going to like us. So what? You know what I mean? There's people who aren't going to see the world the same way we do. Well, that's I can't change that. And I guess the older you get, the more you start to figure this stuff out. Is I'm not here for your approval. You know? I got an audience of one. And I'm just here to make sure that we all have our own thing, you know, and mine is the voiceless have a voice. Because I was voiceless as a kid, and I found my voice, and some of you are sorry about that. My wife's sorry about that sometimes. But now I want to make sure that other people know that they do have a voice, and that what you think matters. Even if I think you're 100% wrong, who cares? And I think that's the world we need to. I was just thinking about Paul and that thorn. I think the thorns in our lives like that can actually be the very thing that makes us who we are. And I think there's so many people spending so much time trying to be different than what they naturally are supposed to be. And it doesn't mean that if we have irritating habits or things in our life that need to be cleared up. I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying, oh, it's a free-for-all like that. But I'm just saying there's things that culture and people want me to change about me. And then there's things that I've been told, you know. And then there's just things that, that was my wife calling. She doesn't know that I'm on. She doesn't pay attention. She hears me at home. She doesn't need to be on here. So anyway, that's my thought for the day. The mountain in your life, the thorn in your side, the thing that you're so focused on because it's so, you want to get rid of it. What if he just said, you know what, it's here. And I'm going to learn to work around it. I'm going to look over it. I'm going to allow it to be there. Maybe it's a guidepost. Maybe it's something to prevent me from running into something I'm not supposed to. Who knows? But maybe you take that energy and start focusing on things you can do for other people. I think we focus way too much on ourselves. Thorns provide awareness of potential growth, opportunities stabbing us right on the issues in the ass. Well, you and I, we understand that, don't we? So, you know, it's going to be really hot today. Stay hydrated. Good God, don't leave your children in the car. If we have to tell you that, I'm concerned. Don't leave your pets in the car. Change their water. You know, as Patrick Olson told us yesterday, you know, make sure your air conditioning is working. If you're having a problem with it, get over to Patrick Olson Automotive, and he can fix that for you and look at it. But anyway, go have a good day, and join us tomorrow night in Coburg. For the if you don't want to be out in the heat, I'm going to be there for you, so you'll be able to see it live when we're doing it. And then join us on Saturday in Coburg at 10:30 in the morning for the car show. Okay, don't leave Rick in the car. Thomas, if somebody left my mom probably tried to leave me in the car. No, if somebody left me in the car, I would break the window. I'm not going to be a problem, but. I heard someone on the radio saying that the other day, and I was like, oh, you're kidding me. Put your purse in the back seat so that you remember your kids in the car. Maybe you guys have quiet kids. I don't know. And I know people do that and their children die, and that's horrible, and I understand that. But God, is there some common sense in here somewhere? You know? Oh, I have to put something in the back so that I remember. My kids always were screaming. I never had the luxury of forgetting that they were gone. They didn't sleep in the car. Yeah. So yeah, your moral for the day is don't leave Rick in the car. All right, I've got to go. I got to go call my wife and see what's going on. And I will talk with you tomorrow night, 5:30. Hey, Tyler, we need to get together one of these days. And I'll talk to you tomorrow at 5:30 in the evening. From Kids Smell too. You guys are I honestly worry about my friends. You guys are the strangest people. And you're on my page. I worry about me. How do I attract people like you? Where do you come from? Do you have homes? Do you sleep? Do you eat tacos? Do you like pizza? Why do you tune in at noon and watch Rick Dancer eat his lunch? Do you have a problem? You're laughing, good thing. Yeah, I think all of you, you know what we need? We need a counselor on our show who can help all of you. Oh, like attracts like. Yeah. Yeah, well, there you go, David. I hope you know what that means. My mom taught me that one when I was a kid. It's the beard, yeah. Want to know my mom's favorite sayings? I'll leave you with this. My mom she would laugh. She wouldn't care if I told you. When I was a little kid, if I was whining and complaining, which I never did, because I was a perfect angel child. My twin sister, she was a brat. My mom used to say to me, if I said something was really bad, she'd say, well, honey, it's better than a poke in the butt with a cold carrot. I go, Mom, what does that mean? She goes, well, think about it. Somebody poking you in the butt with a cold carrot. It's better than that. Her other favorite one when I'd complain was, it's better than a turd in a lunch pail. And I say, Mom, what does that mean? She goes, well, if you went to school and you opened your lunch pail and there was a turd in there, that'd be a pretty bad day, wouldn't it? So everything else is brighter than that. So if you're having a crappy day, it's better than a turd in a lunch pail or a poke in the butt with a cold carrot. Unless you're one of those people who likes to be poked in the butt with a cold carrot. And who am I to question? I'm not here to judge. If you like vegetables, I better stop. I'm gonna get myself in big trouble. So go poke that one.